What's up guys, welcome to the artclasses.com. From the last video I was talking about how to choose the color for your concept art illustration or whatever digital painting. In this video I am going to talk about how to set up your palette so that you can utilize it to set up the mood for your illustration. And if you are a beginner or intermediate maybe, and you kind of like wondering how to make a certain palette to have like the mood, the cool or the warm, kind of a little scary, or even set up a little bit more lively color for the character or different style for your usual style, and making the more colorful or the more realistic, there are ways to study so that you can use or utilize the color in the way that you don't usually do. And I find it very educational and fun. So the first one is to do the master study. Let's just say you pick any painting, portrait painting or landscape painting or any painting. Let's just do this one's John Singer Sargent. I did this demo for class for like 5-10 minutes, and then you pick 5 color from that palette or painting, and then I think you have to kind of look at the painting carefully, and you're gonna see the color. Like this one is, if you see, that's a little purple, so purple and dark, so that's becomes sort of like that color, I guess. So that's the dark one, right? And then this one a little more here, and this is a little darker beige, or it's closer to that one, and maybe that, mix it up a little bit. Or this one is more like that, and the red. So just kind of think of what color that is necessary for you to be able to kind of do studies. And within this 5 color, you can like paint. When you paint, you will mix it up, right? So when you paint, you have a new color happen, and you have another one that you can kind of go and start making more color out of this 5. So it doesn't mean that you can only use this 5. I mean, you can use this 5 to start off with, and then once you paint further and further, you have like some transition color, some color that are crossover, and then you can use those color along within your painting. So it's a limited palette, but you can mix this up. Just kind of like when you're painting, if you have a paint oil, you have a limited set of palette, and then you mix them all up and you make a new palette. But the palette or the color will be limited by this 5, so it wouldn't go beyond that. So if you're gonna find like light purple, it's probably going to be hard in this one. So that is one of the useful ways. So just kind of get out of your comfort zone a little bit. Try not, when you do this kind of master study, it's going to teach you a lot of things like brushstroke or how they use the color. Usually I will do study of John Singer Sargent, or you can go online and search for your favorite artist like Andrew Zorn, and then you can select any one of these. But I think Zorn has his usual palette, so you can pick these and save it, bring it to Photoshop, and make the same 5 color pick. If you do more, it will get really complicated. If you do less, then you might not have enough. So I think 5 is like a pretty good number to make a palette, and then start your painting study, all that. Also, there's another way. You can search for actual palette of the artist. So you can go. Oh, and one more thing I forgot to mention. When you're searching for a palette like this, it's not limited to just the master study. Whatever the illustration or concept art that you like, just observe the color scheme in that piece and pick 5 color from it, and then you can do the study of whatever you like. So the next one is to actually borrow the palette from the master. So you can just go on internet, and I think you could find Zorn palette. So there might be a little more intuitive. That's Michael Leonardum here. Zorn palette. So you have that 6 or 7. So you can sort of looking around for the actual palette that you could use from these. So Zorn palette here, so you have black, something red, black, yellow, so that's to mix it up. So you can kind of choose any of this color, maybe just the top row. I'm not sure if this is it. Yeah, so I think this is basically just the 4 color palette. This is not including white, but there's a white involved. So actually it might be from just these 4 or maybe 5. I think Zorn has like a really small color palette, but even though his paintings are really awesome, but it's a good way to practice your limited palette. So you can just maybe copy these 4 and just mix them up and use. That's how he has like variety of color, because the big with yellow and cadmium red, medium, and then yellow with a little bit either 2 to 1, 1 to 1, 1 to 2, the pure red, cadmium red, and then red with ivory black, which is all this explained. So you can like download them and study them and make your own palette, or just start off with the 4 and then you can branch out more. And from here you can have like plenty of, when you mix it with white, then you can get lighter and lighter and lighter. So less palette, but you can make variety of color, but it's also gonna keep you within the range of not using the color that doesn't belong in the family or the color scheme that you want. So those are 2 of the ways that you can find a color. Or another way is this one, you can go specifically to any of the animation company visual development concept that they do. You see a bunch of variety of color. So these are the palette that, you know, if you don't really know what to do with them, you would never use them. But these people, they know exactly what the hell they're doing, and they study color, and they make sequence that sort of giving you mood and all this stuff that they try to evoke emotion as the animation was going on. So you can go search for those image and pick, you know, maybe 5 color to 7 color, but 5, I would stick to 5 and make a palette out of it. So you can go Disney Visual Development and you can find, you know, see a bunch of cool color here, or you can be more specific like that. I like that color scheme, which is sort of red and all that. That's Alan or something. So you can be more specific, and then you can go to Frozen, Disney, and then you're gonna find the basically visual development. Or if you have the concept art book, that's even better. You can do from there, and you can just, you know, look at the book and see which color that they actually use for a certain scene, and you can sort of make a study out of the color palette that was already there in the scene. Or you can even do Kung Fu Panda, something, doesn't have to be Disney. So there, you can have a color palette that you can select from here or anywhere. So there's all kinds of way, like in here, the night scene, so you know like how to actually, what kind of color should you use for the night scene and all that kind of stuff, and you know, just save them to your folder and make a study of it. And this, see all these color that are really cool. This is look almost like green, even though it's kind of a little bit desaturated blue. So it's I think this might be the complementary or almost monochromatic. And here again, the red and blue. So you can find these and, you know, make your palette to study. And when you do a palette study, do a few before you move on. Just try to get to know like what color is more significant to, you know, as you paint them, you feel like, okay, a certain scene like this cool that I just kind of did, I kind of got the idea from looking at the last one I'm going to show you is you can get a palette from a movie screenshot. So you can go, let's just do Prometheus movie screenshots. So there you can pick all these, or you can instead of screenshot, you can even do it's visual development instead. But I kind of like the screenshot better because the color in the screenshot are desaturated and you get a little more of photoreal. But I think a lot of time on the visual development department or the concept art department, that the visual color is basically they grabbed from there, so it's basically not that much different. So you see this is almost monochromatic, but you can still see blue and a little bit of yellow. But if you kind of color pick it, let's just try that. Copy image, where is it? There you go. A lot of them are just going to be very desaturated. It might not even be yellow at all. So here blue, we know that that's blue desaturated. That looks a little more green, so let's go a little bit green. And that's yellow. It looks a little brown and yellow, but it's not. Like I said, some of the color you might get fooled because there's a lot of blue to push. When you have a lot of one color, and when you have this one, it looks a little yellow or orange or gray, but it's actually still blue, but it's a lot desaturated than other blue, which is more saturated. You have more saturated one that push the gray color to look like yellow. So color is weird. Like I said, it's one of those things that really hard to nail. So anyways, I hope this video is helpful, and now you can go and trying to, you know, collect. The idea is to collect the certain theme that has similar color and put them in a folder. Like, okay, say you look at this and what kind of mood, or you know, if it's like an intense red, or just pick the color scheme complement, like say red and green, right, or blue and orange complementary, or just maybe a little more monochromatic, and put them all in a folder that you want. And then if some of them that you pick from, like Studio Ghibli or oh, I forgot to one more. Let's do Studio Ghibli visual development. That's gonna be a good color also. Let's do concept art. You can, either word is fine. Let's do visual development, color study. You want the color. So there's I'm not sure if that's directly to Studio Ghibli. Eventually you'll find it somehow. So that's film school movie studio. So that's yeah, color from that. But you probably want a visual development. Or you can just go Princess Mononoke or Totoro. Oh. Sometimes you find something, sometimes you don't. So there. So you can get, you know, as you can see, the color that they have, it's each studio have its own flavor. So it's not the same as Disney or say DreamWorks or something like that, but it has its own flavor. Alright, so anyways, I hope this video is helpful, and now you can have fun making your own color palette and however you want to make pretty intense color. It's going to be fun and good study, like I found, and you will learn a lot from it, and it will, you know, if you're not familiar with color, it will help you improve your how you see color, and it will help you improve on how to assign color into your own illustration or your own concept art. Alright, well, I'll talk to you next week. Hopefully I have a drawing and painting video of a Deadpool, so it's coming up next week. And I would try to make more of this short video if I can, if I have more ideas of like how to, you know, improve or whatever, that you can make a short video that will help you improve your art instead of just showing you my painting or how to paint, because sometimes it's getting a little stale because I don't have any more ideas of what to paint. I mean, I do, but it's just gonna be kind of similar things. But as I come up with more stuff, then if you guys have any idea of what video I should doing, what kind of question do you want me to answer, then I will make a video out of it, and you know, maybe we'll do mailbag or something. But hopefully this one's helpful, and I'll talk to you soon. See you next week. Bye bye.